The average price in a house in the UK in 1980 was £19,000. The average salary was £6,000, which meant it's 3.1 to your average house, right? What is it now? It's £320,000 for an average house. What is the average salary? £36,000. So it's basically 9.5, which makes it 3 times more, makes it out of reach for any normal person. So back in the day, you could get married at 1980, you could get married at 20 years old. In 10 years, you paid off your house. Now you're looking at 30, 40 years to pay off that house. And where we mean average, we mean obviously those days, no one, the average was they started work at 16. The average now to actually get into work is probably about 20. Right? So with university and everything. So it is a complete con what they've done. They've made you serfs. They've made you basically slaves. And how have they done this? They've used the CPI. I've done a video on this. It is the inflation rate, the CPI. And they say it's 2%, 3%, when really it excludes assets. So assets such as housing is excluded. So all this inflation you've seen in housing going from 3 times salary to 9.5 times salary is been excluded. So they'll go to you, it's been 2%, 3% per year, 2%, 3%, 2%. No, it's not. It's basically been 10 to 20%. But they need you to think it's 2 to 3% so that when you go to your employer for your wage rise, you go, hey, I see here it's 2.5%. I want a 3% wage increase. And they're like, it's a bit tough considering the S&P on average rises 20%. And therefore it means our stocks are rising 20%. And assets also not included in the CPI. An asset is up 20%. Yeah, okay, we can give you 3%. And you're like, yay, I'm up 3%. Yeah, you've just been screwed about 7% that year. And that's what is happening in society. They are screwing you and telling you the sun is shining. Everyone has become poorer. You cannot buy the assets. Those are owned. 99% of assets owned by the top 10%. 90% of assets owned by the top 1%. This is not the case. It has gone totally berserk. This is Victorian times inequality. And again, they tell you, don't worry, you're doing so well. You live in a moldy rental, 1 bed, you're not married, you got no kids, you got a cat, you're doing very well, gender is real, love is love, whatever you are, just do it in your tiny apartment, right? Just don't